Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple but very delicious cobbler. So I hope you enjoy this. Hi there. I'm going to start off by trying our peach cherry cobbler. And these are Morella cherries that come in a jar. And this cobbler is made with canned peaches and Morella cherries in a jar. So let's give it a try. Really super delicious. An old friend of mine named Joyce was the one who gave me this recipe. She was a sweet old lady who would be my father's age today. And I was about her age when we became friends. And so I'm calling her this older woman, which is what I am now. But this cobbler recipe is fantastic. It's super simple. As I'll show you, everything just gets put in a bowl and it all gets mixed together, and at the very end you put your fruit in. So it's a really easy, simple recipe. If you're in the mood to have something sweet and you don't want to go through a whole lot of trouble to make anything that's going to take time, this is your go-to. So I hope you'll enjoy this recipe. You definitely want to eat this cobbler while it's still warm, and I would tell you about 10 minutes after you take it out of the oven. It will be steaming hot when it comes out, so you'll wait about 10 minutes and serve it with either vanilla ice cream or whipping cream like I did. This is one of those recipes that is so simple. It has a cup and a half of milk, 3 eggs, there's a cup of flour, a half a cup of sugar, and what you're going to do is you're going to probably you're going to just stir everything and mix everything together, and you can do it in a mixer, or it's so much easier right now for me to just do it by hand. So this is a cup and a half of milk, a half a cup of sugar, which is right here, 3 eggs. It's going to take a teaspoon of vanilla. I'll just approximate that, about like that. Usually I never measure my vanilla, I just kind of add it in. You are going to have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1/3 cup of oil, and it can be any oil. I've melted some butter because that's my oil of choice. So you could do any kind of oil you want, but I like to use melted butter. And so all my dry ingredients is right here, the flour, the salt, and the baking powder. And I do put the sugar in right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix all of this till it's completely well combined. And as soon as it's combined, we're going to pour it in our casserole dish. Our greased casserole dish with the 350-degree Fahrenheit oven that's preheating. And after we pour this batter in our casserole dish, we'll add our fruit. So here's our batter, it's all combined. So we're going to pour it in our casserole dish. And this recipe, you could use fresh fruit, but Joyce was her name, my friend. She taught me with canned fruit. And that's how she taught me the recipe. So that's the only way I've ever made this. So she said you put a can of whatever fruit and you leave the juice in it. And so I'm using some peaches, and I actually have some Morella cherries as well. So what you do is you just pour in all the fruit, just like this, that you're going to have in your cobbler. And then you put it in your oven, and you bake it for anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with 45 minutes, and you want to put it on the middle rack. I just took this cobbler out of the oven, and it took 50 minutes to bake. So we're going to let it cool because it's very, very hot.